In a Victorian country house like Sewerby Hall, the Christmas decorations would usually be hung by the gardeners. The decorations, comprising garlands of evergreens and especially grown hothouse flowers, would be collected by the gardeners from the estate, who would then bring them inside and install them. By tradition, decorations would be put up at the start of Advent, which could fall on any day from the 27th of November through to the 3rd of December. Decorating the house with evergreens over the Christmas period was not a Victorian invention, but a custom whose roots stretched back into the distant past. By the early modern period, it was common to hang a kissing bough made of mistletoe and holly in the house. Traditionally, people would embrace under the bough to show friendship and goodwill, although couples would often use it as an excuse for a more intimate embrace, and it is still customary to steal a kiss under the mistletoe. For the Victorians, magazines and newspapers were never short of advice regarding the desirability of lavish Christmas decor. One magazine told its readers, "Garlands round pillars, up staircases and suspended from each corner of a room or hall to the centre will repay the trouble of making. Archways and doorways should not be left unadorned." As well as garlands, decorations made of feathers and incorporating uplifting mottos were common. Exotic and colourful feathers were sought out for these, although Victorian housewives were advised that the soft, downy feathers found under the wings of the turkey would make an excellent approximation of snow. As the Victorian period progressed, these homemade decorations were augmented by, and ultimately in the 20th century replaced by, commercially produced items. Of course, then as now, for most, the centrepiece of the seasonal decorations would have been the Christmas tree. The origins of the Christmas tree are obscure. It may be descended from the tree found in the medieval Paradise play. This told the story of Adam and Eve and was always performed on their feast day on the 24th of December. The Reformation put a stop to the play, but the tradition of the tree may have survived, especially in Germany, where it seems to have flourished. It was the German princess, Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz, who established the Christmas tree amongst the British nobility when it formed part of the royal Christmas after her marriage to George III in 1761. But it was Victoria and Albert, with a little help from Charles Dickens and the Illustrated London News, who gave it a wider appeal and a more general acceptance amongst the British population. Traditionally, the tree would be decorated with fruit, nuts, paper streamers and other decorations. Glass baubles became increasingly common from the 1860s, and no tree would be without its tinsel by the end of the Victorian period. To illuminate the tree, the Victorians used candles mounted on clips. Because fire was such a hazard to the Victorian home, in country houses such as Sewerby Hall, the danger from the tree would be minimised by only lighting the candles at certain times, and having a footman lurking in the background with a bucket of water to douse it, should things go wrong. Much in the world has changed since the Victorian age, and at Sewerby Hall in the 21st century, it is the estate office staff and volunteers who hang the decorations, not the gardeners, and the Christmas trees are illuminated by LEDs instead of candles. But the magic remains, and the Christmas decorations at Sewerby Hall still delight our staff and visitors, just as they did the Lloyd Graham family, their servants and friends, 100 years and more ago.